The CDC currently has not changed their guidelines around plane travel, so they're still saying people should be avoiding non-essential travel. I don't agree with this. I'm Dr. Lena Wen. I'm an emergency physician and public health professor at George Washington University. I think that we should say to people that plane travel is a fairly safe and low-risk situation for individuals who are fully vaccinated. If you're on a plane, first of all, you don't know that the people around you have coronavirus. You're also wearing a mask. They're wearing masks. The risk of acquiring coronavirus through plane travel is certainly less than in the situation where you're actually exposed to somebody with known coronavirus. Here are the main variants that we are concerned about. There is the B.1.1.7, the variant that first originated in the UK, the B.1.351 that came from South Africa, and the P.1 that came from Brazil. The B.1.1.7 variant is the one that is quickly becoming dominant in the US, that is multiplying at exponential speed here, and probably by the end of this month, early next month, is going to be the dominant strain in the US. The good news, though, is that the vaccines seem to work just as well against this particular variant. The South African variant and the Brazilian variant, a bit unclear. It may be that the vaccines work less well against these particular variants. You should not wait. If you have the opportunity to get vaccinated now, please get the vaccine. Even if it doesn't protect you perfectly against the developing variants, it protects you still well. And the best way for us to stop more variants from becoming dominant or developing is for as much of the population to get immunity as possible. I think it's too soon for us to say now, and that's because of two things. One is that we don't know how long immunity lasts. And so it may be that immunity may last a year or 2 years, but then you need to get a top-up, a booster shot in time to come. The other thing too is with the variants, there are now boosters being developed that specifically target these variants. So that may be something that we need going forward. And who knows, in the future, it may be that we need an annual coronavirus shot, the way that we need for the flu shot. In these cases, I would think about three things: your own values, your own personal risk factors for having severe coronavirus, as well as the risk of that particular venue. For some people, it's really important to return to in-person service in church. I wouldn't choose everything and do everything that you want to do, but think about what are those things that are really essential to your own mental health after you're fully vaccinated. So high-risk activities would be going to crowded bars that are poorly ventilated, where people have their masks off, or other crowded settings like that should still be avoided, even if you are fully vaccinated. There is growing evidence that getting vaccinated also protects you from being a carrier of coronavirus who could transmit it to others. That said, we should still use an abundance of caution when in public around others who may be unvaccinated. And that means that when we're in public spaces, we should always continue to wear masks, try socially distanced at least 6 feet if possible, and wash our hands. I actually would really encourage people to stay away from language like, is this safe or is this not safe? We're never going to get to zero risk, but reduce their risk, manage their risk, while also resuming many parts of their lives.